Hello and welcome back to my astro imaging. Wow, it's going to be some loud audio. Woo. Hello and welcome back to my astro imaging journey channel. A little bit inside, so hopefully the audio is decent for you. As the title says, reflections and changes to the channel. Well, the reflections are not the reflections in the pictures. It's not reflections in the sense of reflections in my optical train. It's reflections in my mind. And sometimes it's kind of interesting to sit there and think about when images are downloading onto the screen and you're seeing it come across, and sometimes weird thoughts pop in your head sometimes, and maybe it's happened to you, maybe not, I don't know. But like this one here, just here on my wall, some of the images I've actually liked, and I've gotten them printed on the metal and hanging up here. Tina's been gracious enough to allow me to hang them up here, and the few visitors we do get always compliment me on them. So yeah, I like them. So they're here. If anybody's wondering, Walmart Photo Center, go online, upload the image, and then order them. They're about 50 bucks a piece with shipping direct to the house. So not too bad. Back to the subject at hand, reflections. It's crazy. The one that keeps coming into my head is, are we alone in the universe? Is there somebody out there right now, and or has there been someone out there in the past? Will there be someone out there in the future? We got the SETI programs, we got all this stuff that's out there, trying to see if there's intelligent life out there, at least intelligent enough to send communications our way. So, it's one of those things. And it's a crazy thought experiment. And you got, what's that guy's name? It's skipping my head. He's got the equation. Shoot, yeah, I can't remember what the Drake, the Drake equation. How many galaxies are there? How many stars are there in the galaxies? How many planets can be around? He's got there's this long equation. It's been modified a couple times, but when the probabilities come down to it, and you look at it conservatively or liberally, or however you want to plug in the numbers and the percentages, you could get it down to where the only planet that has ever or will ever have intelligent life, and then all the way up to there could be millions of civilizations out there, either in the past, future, now. It's just crazy when you start looking at that equation and just trying to play with your own numbers. I've done that a few times, and it can be mind-boggling when you think about it. But on the flip side, we know, stars have died in the past, and like our sun can't produce anything, I believe it's anything heavier than iron in its core, and once it gets to a certain point, it'll implode and do its thing and eject material out, and during that process of the star dying and reforming into something else, it'll eject heavier elements into the universe, which will then travel out and get collected up into other systems. And a lot of the stuff that makes up our body comes from other stars that have died in the past, and it's just crazy the whole way everything's intertwined. And sometimes I just sit there with this crazy thought in my head. For example, Bode's galaxy. The thought is, what if somebody is out there right now imaging us? Here we have Bode's galaxy. If this was the Milky Way, we'd be right out in here, right out in between this arm and this part right here. And it's just crazy to think that we're right here in this big galaxy. Obviously, it's not the Milky Way, but let's pretend it is. You got this big galaxy, we're one little dot, one little star inside, not even an arm, just in this little segment right in between two major arms. And we're just this little speck on another little speck, orbiting a little speck in this thing, right? And you sit here and you think about the scale, and it's unimaginable sometimes. And you've got millions upon millions of these galaxies sitting out there. And we're this little, tiny little, almost insignificant little thing, a little speck inside there. And then you turn the news on, and you see people that think they're the center of the universe. And personally, I laugh, but because big picture, come on. Anyways, if I'm imaging Bode's galaxy, and there's somebody with another civilization, granted this light took how many thousands upon thousands of years to get here. I have to look up and post on the screen somewhere here just how many light years away that is. And it took that amount of time, that many years, for the light from here to get to my camera. What if all those years ago somebody was imaging at the same time, and I'm taking a picture of them imaging me or imaging us? Let's say, for sake of argument, it took 3,000 light years for that light to get here. 3,000 years ago. That's we were still building stuff out of stone and using primitive tools and doing all types of crazy stuff. We were worshiping sun gods and deities of all sorts, and we had no idea that somebody potentially was sitting there taking a picture of us at that exact moment. And what's even crazier to think about, in my mind, is that the day I was taking these pictures to create this one, what if at that exact moment there's somebody in that galaxy with their telescope aimed at us, and we're taking a picture at exactly the same moment, and the radio signals we send out will reach them in, again, for sake of argument, 3,000 years. And the signals from them will get to us in 3,000 years. So in 3,000 years from now, the signals have crossed in the middle, they've reached the end points, and if we were sending out a signal saying, hey, I'm imaging you right now, and they were sending a signal back saying, I'm imaging you right now, and we would get it at the same moment, 3,000 years later. It's just crazy to me. So, sometimes I like to reflect on those little things that we just will never know, at least not in my lifetime. And it kind of helps put this stuff into context. Yes, we like to make pretty pictures. Some people use some other software that does on-the-fly live processing. I can't remember the name of the software right now, but there's one. Once I think you get 5 images, it will start processing them live as the images are coming in, and it'll look for little differences. Like maybe you'll have an asteroid coming across, or a comet or something, and it can flag those because it'll show a consistent pattern coming across. And that's how some people have found previously unknown comets and asteroids and near Earth near Earth objects. And so some of us do it for pretty pictures, some of us do it for science. Whatever the motivation is, sometimes it's just nice to step back and think about the bigger picture. what else is out there? Is somebody out there taking a picture of you when you're imaging? It's sometimes it just blows my mind, and just wanted to share that, you know, just as a little thing, you know, just wanted to share it. But now on to changes to the channel. Nothing drastic, just a couple things. You know, I've been throwing up some pre-processing videos. I've been throwing up post-processing videos. If you like those, let me know in the comments. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue on the way I've been doing them, or just do, you know, quick 5-10 minute thing of, here's the data I started with, here's the picture I ended up with, and here's, you know, everything in the middle was pretty much stock except for I didn't use this process, or I added this. I'm not sure yet. But for now, the plan is drive on the way I've been doing it, and, you know, try to keep the videos around 20 minutes or so if I can, or less. But the major change, which is still a minor change in the big thing, is I've been just doing things and, you know, put them in the order I did them, and then upload them. You know, right now I've got 8 videos recorded. All the videos like this one are recorded. I just have to go and process them and get them into the 4K format, upload them to YouTube so I can get them out to you guys. But previously, I was just process one, upload it, set it to go active at a certain date and time. I didn't know that was possible up until recently. So now that I know that, I can kind of plan things out a little bit better, but it was just get one up there, you know, I would try to upload it. What I was previously doing was uploading them and making them private, and then I had an alarm set on my phone so that 5 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays, if there was one available, I made it public. That way it was all the processing on YouTube side was done. I know that was a problem in the past when I was just uploading them and they were going public automatically. People were getting, you know, 320p, and, you know, they weren't getting the 1080p or the 4K, or they weren't getting the higher resolutions that were available. So to that end, I was making them private, setting my alarm, make a video public at 5 o'clock Thursday, boom, next one, Tuesday, next one. And as I was uploading videos and getting them in online, then it was, you know, and it was working. But now that I see that we can schedule these things, I did not know that was available. What I want to do, and let me know if you agree with this, you know, I'm going to start it with this video here. And I got one going live tomorrow, and then this one will hopefully air right after that one, and then we'll see what goes on. But so let me know down in the comments what you think. Is this going to be a good idea? And the idea is I want to have specific days for specific types of videos. So Tuesdays will be pre-processing type videos where I'm stacking all the data. Thursdays will be the post-processing, where I take the stack data and try to come up with a final image. And then Wednesdays will be the catch-all day. Videos like this one, you know, SGP video. Got one coming up about my RA and troubleshooting with my RA motor. You know, that'll be the catch-all day for everything that's outside of the image processing, you know, which will be on Tuesdays for the pre-processing, Thursdays for the post-processing, and then Wednesdays in the middle for the variables. So let me know in the comments, what do you think? You think that'll work? You know, I'd like to get some feedback on that. We'll see how it goes. That's the plan for now. And The other thing I'm toying with is I have another channel that isn't really a major channel. It's just where I throw some stuff up there. Thinking about combining that one into here. What I do on the other channel is my general photography stuff. Terrestrial photography, event photography for the Legion, the American Legion that is, and some drone photography and videos. So it doesn't fit with the astroimaging journey original concept, but having a couple different channels that I have to maintain, even though I do very little for the other one, I don't know if I want to combine the two or not, just have one place for all of my videos. So let me know what you think of that. If you think it's a good idea, I mean, you can see some of the other stuff I do as far as regular photography and drone work. That's another hobby I have for the daylight hours as opposed to the astroimaging, which is for obviously the nighttime hours. So, I'm toying with the idea, and if that's the case, all those up. If I do that, then anything I do with that side of the house will happen on Saturday nights. But like I said, I'm still toying with that idea. I'm still going through this channel, and I've already got 2 playlists for the chapterized episodes 22 and 51, I think. So I'm going to be putting up a software playlist and pre-processing and post-processing. So I'm going to try to put up a couple more playlists and move the videos into those, so that people can look at targeted playlists if they want to. There's a lot behind the scenes that I'm finally getting around to doing after the past couple months. So hopefully the improvements to the channel will help you guys out. Always looking for feedback. If you see anything that's working, let me know. If you see something that's not working for you and you can make a good argument, by all means, put it in the comment section. I enjoy constructive criticism. Always, just if you got a comment positive, always enjoy those, obviously. If you got some negative feedback, some criticism, by all means, frame it in the form of constructive criticism, put it in the comments. Love to hear that too. I'm always trying to learn, always trying to improve. So, surprised nobody said I need to smile more. I don't know, but hey, I am who I am. Like Popeye, I am what I am. So, just wanted to share some reflections, share what's going on with the channel, what's coming up. Like I said, let me know what you think about the idea of combining my terrestrial photography and drone channel into this one, or if you think this should be purely astroimaging. I'm still on the fence on that one because there's some stuff where I'd like to do some unboxings with that stuff, and maybe you guys are interested in that too. But if you don't think I should do it, by all means, put a comment in there. Maybe you'll sway my decision one way or another. If you think I should do it, put a comment. If it's something you might be interested in, and then if I do combine them, then I can start doing some unboxings of maybe if I get a new drone or some new camera equipment or something, I can throw that on there, because who knows, maybe you guys are interested in that stuff too. But like I said, I'm up in the air. So, reflections. Crazy to think about what might be out there and just how small we are in the grand scheme of things. Changes to the scheduling on what the videos are going to be coming out when. Pre-processing on Tuesdays. Generalized videos will be on Wednesdays, and post-processing videos will be on Thursdays. And your thoughts, please give them to me on what you think about combining my photography channel and this channel. As always, clear skies. Thanks for watching. Stick around for the outro. Have a good one. Thanks for watching yet another episode from the Astro Imaging Journey channel. Really appreciate your viewership. In our upper right, we have the latest video that I have posted prior to this one. Down in the lower right, we have what YouTube thinks you will enjoy. Below is a subscription link. Please hit that like button, subscribe if you so choose, ring that bell if you want to get notified of something new, and as always, thank you, clear skies. Remember to